Alright, everybody, welcome back to some Wild Hearts. Gonna play for a little bit, see how it goes.
Here we are then. Let's get to work. Let me know when you're finished over there. The camp's coming together nicely, I think. Time for a break, maybe? We can have a chat while we catch our breath. You came to Minato from the west, didn't you? Along the mountain path. That means you must have walked right around the foot of the secret mountain. That's what we call it. But people from Minato don't venture that way anymore. It was a sacred place for the hunters of old. Much like the Spirit Isle, I think. But I've never heard of any settlements or tracks that way. I suppose the weather's too inhospitable. Sometimes you see clouds of kocho fluttering around the mountainsides, though. It is pretty, but creepy in a way, too. They're called eternity ringlets, that particular type of kocho. I suppose because they gather by the injured and the dead. In the old days, some people even thought that humans in Kemono turned into kocho when they died. Anyway, ready to get back to work? Let's get this camp finished off. Let's leave it there for today, shall we? Another one? They're getting very frequent lately.
Bro, that motherfucker would be... Hope they don't think I'm gonna fight that.
Really? Interesting.
It was like a moving mountain. Honestly, I've never seen such a huge and terrifying kemono.
It reminds me of something I read in the records from centuries ago. A giant kimono ripped across the land. The castle, the town, the people, all were swallowed in rock. If this is the same creature, it would explain the frequent tremors we've been experiencing recently. Even the strange behavior we observed in the other kemono could be traced back to this giant.
All my life I've lived in Minato. And I had no idea such a kimono lived so close.
Well, kimono only stray outside of their territory in exceptional circumstances, and they rarely show themselves to us. Remember, all kimono, no matter how big or small, are sustained by the same energy, celestial thread. And since celestial thread is ubiquitous, they have no need to wander in search of it.
But then, why has this kimono... could it be because there's no thread left in its territory, perhaps?
Yes, that's my hypothesis too. I believe our giant is hungry, due to some great change in the flow of thread in its environment. Now, we recently flooded our town with celestial thread by restoring the karakuri on the Spirit Isle. So, unfortunately, we've made Minato look rather appetizing.
But that's terrible. That means this kimono is going to expand its territory this way and swallow us up.
I wish I could fault your logic, and I'm afraid we can't reverse what we've done. I had a nagging feeling that something might go wrong, but not this wrong. If only I had investigated the possible outcomes more thoroughly.
No one's to blame. None of us could have anticipated this. We didn't know anything. Wait. Didn't you say you'd encountered this bear once before? Heading from the sacred mountain towards Minato?
Oh. So that means it comes from a habitat to the north. And you're saying it was on the move even before our work at the ruins? But no, we don't have time to be pondering the cause. We must decide how to act, and quickly. Are you serious? I realize your hunting skills are exceptional, but no single person could dispatch a beast of that size! Even if everyone in town pulled together, the best we could hope to do is give it a nasty surprise to begin with before... No, come on, Suzuna. You owe it to Minato to fix this. Think now. Going along the Harugasumi Way, its enormous bulk will mean it has to descend into the river. If we can position Karakuri along the bluff, we might be able to defeat it before it hits the town. I think that's the only workable strategy at this point. I'll talk to the elders about preparing the necessary Karakuri. What I need you to do is buy us some time. Without a chance to prepare, I'm afraid we're doomed.
I wonder if I could... Sorry, I need to go and test something. Meet me later at the forge.
It's going to take all we've got to overcome this threat. The town needs your help now more than ever. Believe me, I'm doing everything I can think of.
Good. You're here. Sorry to run off in the middle of a conversation like that, but I had an idea that couldn't wait. I'll come straight to the point. I need some kimono materials, and I need them fast. I started playing around with some new innovations after all the karakuri came back to life, you see. And I think I might have come up with a weapon we can use to fight that giant kimono. It's clearly a rock kimono of some kind, isn't it? Did you notice how its body was covered in deep crevices? And how kocho were fluttering around those parts? In the same sort of way that they swarm over the corpses of kimono, or their wounds. Well, if those crevices are wounds too, they could be weak points. And with my new weapon, we could target them from the ground. Which is why I really need those materials. I'm basically after a large quantity of iron sand. More than we have time to dig out of the ground, though. But I've remembered that Nobu mentioned a rumor about a kemono that scatters iron sand. I'm sorry to be asking yet another favor, but do you think you could help?
If we can't live in Minato anymore, where do we go? I don't have anywhere else.
Whatever it takes, we have to. You've got them already? This is exactly what I need. Arigato. I should be able to put the weapon together now. It won't take long. This is a matter of personal pride. I'm going to make the greatest weapon you've ever seen in the shortest time imaginable. Blacksmith's honor. I really don't know how effective my weapons will be against that huge creature. Even the largest of kemono. I'll do whatever. I really don't know how effective.
All right. How are your preparations going? I don't remember the last time I was this busy. But at least we're more or less ready now. The karakuri are being installed as we speak. Along the route I predicted the Kuninarashi will take, following the old Blossom Trail. It's somewhat hobbled together by people working outside their areas of expertise, but it's the best we can manage. I've had to work the carpenter's fingers to the bone. But everything should be in place the next time the giant Earthbreaker stirs. The Crimson Treasury has supplied an assortment of forbidding items too. I'm a little curious as to why Kogyoku had so much gunpowder in stock, to be honest. Still, ignorance is zen, as they say. Best to just accept it graciously and avoid asking too many questions. I know the wretched creature is only searching for sustenance, but we have to protect our own interests and lives. This is a battle we cannot afford to lose. That's why we've pulled out all the stops. But now, it all falls to you. I'm delighted to hear you sounding so confident. Perhaps the new weapon Natsume has developed has something to do with that. Still, anything could happen out there. Make sure you have all the right equipment in full working order. Oh, and Togahime wanted to speak with you. I suggest you show your face before we're plunged into battle.
I have heard the dreadful news of this earth-breaking bear that threatens Minato. The wise walk, the long path to avoid danger. But Togahime has asked for my help personally. So I intend to provide all the gunpowder I can find in my stock. Though how effective it will prove, I cannot say. There's an old saying, when all weapons are gone, our bare hands remain. Remember that. And whatever happens, I wish you fortitude. The gunpowder I supplied is enough to destroy 2, perhaps 3 castles. Boarding that passing ship was good fortune indeed. Dear Hunter, have you heard the unfortunate news? Of the corpse found along the Blossom Trail. They have identified the poor soul at last. A fine young farming fellow. Such a waste. It was a customer of mine who happened upon the tragedy on his way to Minato via the Harvest Canyon. And now he comes under suspicion. There is no doubt in my mind that this is the work of Kemono. Yet not all appear to agree.
Because it's hogwash. Dansuke wasn't killed by any kemono.
Welcome back. Is my account really so hard to believe?
It makes no sense. Dansuke had some of the fastest legs in town. There's no way he would have let a kemono get him. Besides, I happen to know he got into a fight with someone from your store the day before he disappeared. If you ask me, you lot did him in, and then tried to make it look like the work of a kemono. No, but Kogyoku isn't one of us. She and her Crimson Treasury patrons can't be trusted.
You see what dreadful ill will befalls me? Could you possibly investigate the matter? A hunter's eye is what we need to see if this really was the work of Kemono or not. Or so say the skeptical few.
Waste of time. I'm sure these snakes will have covered their tracks. But go on. Be my guest.
I leave it in your ever-capable hands.
Your efforts put me to shame. They will be laughing at me now in what should have been my family home, delighting in their decision to exile me here. Long may Minato benefit from your exceptional hunting skills. There is so painfully little I can do to assist, though I would gladly suffer broken bones if it would help. I see the citizens are expending every effort for our town, yet you are charged with the most onerous task. Are you ready for the battle ahead? In that case, may I take a moment of your time? There's something I would like to explain before you head into battle. I have been seeking assistance for Minato, but every clan is embroiled in the wars raging to the west. All have refused me outright. Even my own Ago clan offer no support. None of them, including the head of the clan, my father, have the slightest interest in Minato. In their eyes, it is worthless, good only for its inevitable destruction by Kemono, a fate they hope I, its steward, will share. Forgive me, none of that is your concern. I am powerless to do anything, but circulate through the town and offer encouragement to the citizens. To my shame, I do not even have a sword, so I have no choice but to implore you, an outsider, to shoulder the burden of Minato's destiny. Please lend us your strength. Lend my home your strength.
It's on the move!
Well, the cannon is ready for action. I just hope it holds out. never seen a battle like this before. I wish that Kemono would leave us alone. But it's too late for wishes now. Good luck.
Look like it's gonna be a hell of a battle. And they're making me use this fucking cannon thing to do it. I don't know if I like that much. Big ass monster. I gotta shoot this big ass cannon.
This is it! Yosh! Clear the decks! Buy us the time we need. I know you can do it.
done it in Celestial Play. That means we should be able to make use of more Karakuri than usual. Finally, something we can turn to our advantage.
All right, we're there. Crossbow loaded and ready. You'll finally have some well-deserved support. Sit.
Did we win? Oi! Oi! Everyone! We won! We won!
Now, please let that be the end of it.
Perhaps I underestimated you.
Well, chat, that was pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was pretty cool. I mean, the actual fighting part of it was actually fairly boring. But not horrible.
I'm so relieved you made it back safely after a battle like that. Ujishige-san told me what you did. Defeating that giant kemono on your own when all the defenses we'd prepared were spent. Togahime has asked to see you. She didn't say why. I imagine she'd like a report on the successful defeat of the kemono. I'll be at the forge if you need me. I have a cannon to repair.
This sake will be languishing in its flask if it wasn't for your efforts. So here's to you, Chief. Kanpai.
Minato is saved, thanks to your brave deeds. What a magnificent service you have done for us. I dare not imagine what might have come to pass were it not for you. As steward of Minato, I shall be forever in your debt. I wish to reward your efforts somehow, but... I see. Your temperance is to your credit. Now, as I am sure you are aware, I am afforded no influence over matters here in Minato at all. What can I possibly do? Ah, of course! Ichi!
You called, Hime-sama?
The festival of returns of which you once spoke. Is now not the time for Minato to celebrate again? When Great Kimono would pass, the town would come together to honor the beast and release its spirit. Would they not?
Indeed, Hime-sama. An excellent idea, I'm sure. Allow me to discuss the matter with the elders. I believe they may favor the suggestion, especially since the revival of the Karakuri has stimulated such an interest in the ways of old.
Good. I have made a very fine proposal, I think. And should it come to pass, I wish you much fun and excitement. Arigato. That will be all. We will make all the necessary arrangements for the festivities. I am sure you ought to rest.
You're enjoying the festivities, I hope. Records suggest the last time this Festival of Returns occurred was more than 100 years ago. But at that time, the supply of celestial thread from the Spirit Isle was already faltering. So it must be even longer since the festival has taken place properly. I intend to, shortly. I was just doing some research on the Kuninarashi. It seems that Earthbreaker had been dormant for a good 10 years in a region north of here. It must have covered quite some ground, passing the Sacred Mountain and continuing southeast along the Blossom Trail, perhaps in search of celestial thread. I can only presume the arduous journey took its toll, resulting in those fissures the Kocho were swarming over. And finally, the great beast succumbed to human hunters. I suppose it failed to find suitable feeding ground. Either that or celestial thread levels all over Azuma are waning. There was a terrible war here in this region about 15 years ago. Great forests burned and there was a mass territorial expansion as many Kemono sought new habitats, which is what drove humans out. If the changing flow of celestial thread is going to result in renewed Kemono unrest across the entire region, then, well, I'll continue my research, and you continue to exercise caution when you're out hunting. Ah, Natsume was looking for you.
Here! As an outsider, some people were a little wary of you before, but everyone will have to accept you now. Trust me, most of us in Minato welcome people from elsewhere with an open mind. After all, most of the town's residents were outsiders once upon a time. In ancient times, there were lots of hunters living across Azuma, and they all helped each other out. Then later, when the samurai rulers gained power, this area became a province overseen by a Shugo governor. The samurai slowly pushed hunters further east until they were left with nowhere to go but Minato, here on the eastern edge of the region. Generations of hunters have lived here, mixing with others who fled to Minato to escape difficult lives under the samurai. And now you've arrived, with your amazing ability to conjure and control karakuri. Perhaps you're the person Minato has been waiting for, come to rescue us from our plight. Maybe this is your true purpose as a hunter, even. Sorry, that was presumptuous of me. But it would make me very happy to think you're starting to feel a fondness for Minato. Anyway, have you been enjoying the festival? The Rite of Returns will be starting soon at the altar. You've still got time to enjoy the party. Let me know when you've had your fill.
Yeah. I'm going to lay it on thick tonight.
It's a great party, isn't it? Oh! Look who it is! The hero of the day! Join the festival? Yeah? That's what I like to hear. I was on my last legs even before we started preparing for this, but hearing you say that makes it all worthwhile. Oh, I better be running along. The other elders will be fuming if I'm not back soon. They'll give me a real eyeball. See you later!
Come on, let's have some fun!
Big party with the whole town. Enjoying yourself? How's going, Chief? The sake is sweet tonight. There hasn't been a festival like this for far too long, so I intend to make the most of it.
What delightful festivities! This is delightful, and we all know who we have to thank for it. It stung a little to donate my entire stock of gunpowder, but festival sales are soothing the pain. And Minato is to enjoy your stimulating company for the foreseeable future, Rex. A profitable outcome for us all. What a heartwarming day.
This festival gives me pans of... I'm not sure what. It stirs distant memories, perhaps. I feel more comfortable watching at a distance. But you should embrace the mood. I'm sure the whole town wants to celebrate with you tonight.
What? I was just laughing because... I mean... I'm only here because Natsume told me to come. I've never been to a big festival like this before. That's actually not bad. Anyway, why don't you go and creep up on someone else now?
I am delighted the festival is going ahead. It is most gratifying to see you enjoying yourself, even if my contribution was merely to request the arrangements. Conversing with me hardly constitutes enjoyment. Please, mingle among friends.
Oh, you're back already? Do you want to head over together for the ceremony? I'm glad you've enjoyed yourself. Come on then, this way.
Fire liberates the soul. The beast's spirit will return to the heavens and rest until it's reborn in a new body. It's one of Minato's oldest rites.
It's a load of old hokum. Forget the next life. There's enough to worry about in this one. Isn't that right, Chief? Oh. Is that?
The bird of auspice. It's flying so close. It can only be a good omen for our town. Minato will prosper like it once did. Even more, perhaps.
Forgive me for intruding. Are you awake? There is a matter of some urgency I must discuss with you. Allow me once again to express my heartfelt gratitude for your exploits. Your courage saved Minato from devastation. But I confess, my blood ran cold yesternight at the sight of the kemono flying overhead. I had not known the citizens of Minato call that kemono Amaterasu, the bird of auspice. I wish that its appearance truly were auspicious, but I fear that Minato is rarely so fortunate. Our near misadventure with the Earthbreaker has again made me wonder what more I can do for the town. I had already been consulting with trusted kin on the matter. They suggested bolstering town defenses, since there is a very real prospect of further attacks. Consequently, I have summoned carpenters of the renowned Tsuruhashi clan from the capital. They are skilled at building large structures and well versed in the use of karakuri. I share your excitement. It will bring great strength to our town. There is, however, one matter that troubles me. Ordinarily, one would travel here from the capital across the sea, but I am told the Southern Ocean is too perilous at present. The clan must therefore arrive by land, a journey due to take them through the Akikure Canyon. The land there was laid to waste by war, and as kemono increased in number, the canyon was sealed shut. I have arranged for it to be reopened so the carpenters may pass. But as a precaution, I would ask that you meet them there and provide escort. Good. Then I know they will arrive safely. Now, if you will excuse me, I have further preparations to make.
Bro, this whole almost hour stream so far has just been cutscene after cutscene and me talking to people.
You're here. Perfect timing. I just put the finishing touches on a new prototype I was hoping you could try out for me. Actually, it's a weapon you already know. The hand cannon I put together for you to fight the giant bear. But I let you down then because it broke in battle. Such a vital weapon, too. I feel like I failed as a blacksmith. So I've been improving it and refining it to be more reliable. I've just completed the work. And I've taken the opportunity to get another new weapon ready as well. I really think I've done good work this time. If you don't mind, I'd love to hear your thoughts. They say the canyon is teeming with mighty kemono nowadays. Make sure you're properly equipped. All right, let's see what I can do for you. Metalwork is so much fun, don't you think? I heard you're going to meet the carpenters. Be careful. They say there are many powerful kemono in the Harvest Canyon to the west. Still, it's wonderful that Togahime has commissioned such skilled woodworkers. Besides houses and other buildings, they'll be able to help construct weapons to protect the town. Just think of the karakuri advancements we'll be able to make. In fact, you remember when we explored the ruins on the Spirit Isle? I found fragments of a stone tablet there left behind by the ancient hunters. It showed a huge karakuri, and around it, the corpses of dead kemono, big ones. So I think it was used to defend against the kemono threat. Can't say yet. There are a lot of construction details we're still unsure of. Suzuran Sensei and Nobu have been frantically searching Minato's records for more information. But even if we do discover how it was built, we don't know if we'll have the skills in Minato today to recreate it. Still, with the carpenters from the capital on the way, we just might. Well, anyway, hopefully it won't be necessary for a long time to come. We have plenty of time to work it all out. And I'll do everything I possibly can to help, of course. Anything from Minato. If it's weapon care you're looking for, then... Oh yes, there's something I was hoping you might do for me. Could you collect some lava bug materials? I've got so many good ideas, but not enough materials to make them. My head's spinning. Arigato! I'll make you something in return. Yoshiji-san asked me to make some karakuri-driven farm equipment for the Guild of Farmers. It's not like making weapons, but it's still fun and challenging in its own way. And I think I can use some of these ideas for weaponry later.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. Just wondering how you were getting on with fixing those harpoons?
Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I'll come to pick them up at the dock later if you could get them all together.
Domo, that'd be great. Now, let me guess. You were just going on and on about karakuri? Don't you ever get tired of them?
Tired of karakuri? Oh, I've never really thought about it. I just want Minato to flourish like it used to. And karakuri are the key to that. And now that we have this amazing hunter in town, I feel sure that we're closer to my goal than ever before.
You haven't changed a bit since you were a little shrimp.
Yes. So, about those materials, you should find lava bags on the Spirit Isle. I know I can rely on you to handle something like this.
Good. Just the person I was hoping to see. Yes, there's a kimono I'd like you to hunt. It should yield some materials that young Yataro will find very useful. He wasn't born here in Minato, you know? Poor child, lost his home and his family to war. He was left all alone. But somehow, he found his way to us. I tell you, he's got a natural gift for making things that way. Better than any of us. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, yes, of course. Yataro was grumbling that he didn't have the materials he needed. So, Hunter, you go and hunt the kimono. And when the job is done, just have a little whisper in my ear. If the boy found out, he'd tell me I was sticking my nose in where it wasn't wanted.
You're heading for Akikura Canyon, I believe? I've never been, but expect unusual kimono and other curiosities.
The last war in these parts was a dreadful. Which item has caught your eye? Do you have all you need? Oh.
If I might ask, I have a request that calls for someone of your skill. The town requires some materials from a kimono that can be found on the Spirit Isle. They're to be delivered directly to Suzuna-sensei. I can offer a meager reward, I'm afraid, but I would be very grateful for your help. We greatly appreciate your offer of assistance.
The carpenters will be in fine hands. I know. Long may Minato bend.
request for you. Do you know the traditional hunting songs of our town? They sing of Minato's brave hunters stretching back through history. My parents taught them to me before they passed away. And it will be my duty to pass them on to the next generation. Unfortunately, though, Minato has been steadily losing its hunting heritage. I've never even seen a real hunt with my own eyes. How can I pass on these great songs without truly knowing what hunting is? What it really means to hunt? Doubts like that plagued my every hour. But now you're here. This is the chance of 1,000 years. Recount your hunting stories to me. Tell me the magnificent tales that are carved into your heart. I know your first-hand accounts of great hunting exploits will bring life to the lines of the song. First, tell me of the Great Bear. Tell me how the Earthbreaker's mighty roar shook you to your core.
Are you the hunter who went to the Spirit Isle? The one who made the wheel turn? It made Ji-san so happy. I want to say thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Ji-san said it used to turn back in the day. That's before I was born. And he said it was a really big thing when it stopped turning. He tells me lots and lots of stories, you know? Oh, like the one about a huge tortoise on the Spirit Isle with coral on its back. Ji-san used to be a merchant, and he told me he saw a piece of its shell for sale once. Do you think there really is a kimono like that on the island? Could you go and have a look for me?
The Southern Ocean is as rough as hell these days. Getting to and from the capital is a lot safer overland. Yo! Another day, another hunt? Sounds good. I'm about to get out myself.
Oh, Nobu, you're not going anywhere. This is a shore day, and you know it.
Whoa! Jingoro-san. I do know it. But if we don't start making decent catches, people are gonna struggle for food.
Few rambling bellies won't hurt, but that sees rambling something.
I have to. I'm not making light of the conditions, but we need the fish.
I'd have failed your old man if I were to let something happen to you. Just wait until it comes a little, lad. It's the seas. Been as rough as anything recently. Some say it's Kemono's doing. We haven't had a good catch in ages.
What use are we fishermen if we're not out on the water? How's anyone going to eat? And if the seas don't settle, then what? How will any of us get by?
We're never going to agree on this. Not that I don't understand where he is coming from.
The way I see it, if no one's prepared to take a risk, then the situation's never gonna improve. Anyway, don't worry. If I see a kimono, I'll just run away like I always do. And if worse comes to worse, at least I'll be able to lure it away from everyone else.
That's what I'm worried about, you stubborn cod. I don't suppose you could help. Maybe go along and see what's what. From what I hear, you are a very fine hunter. If this young hothead gets himself attacked by a kimono, you could see it off, hmm?
If that's what it takes to keep you happy, Jingoro-san, then it suits me. it would be reassuring if you came along. I was gonna take a boat over to the Spirit Isle today. I expect you've got some errands to run. So let's meet up again over that way later. Sorry to add to your workload.
Come again soon. Try your miracle.
Oh, I suppose I should say, いらっしゃい. You must have seen the karakuri springing to life all over Minato. The karakuri of this old bathhouse have done the same. When the elders said they wanted to revive this place, I put my name forward as the attendant, something to keep my mind occupied. I felt a fondness for this poor, neglected sanctuary as soon as I saw it. Before the karakuri were working again, I mean. So, this is my new job, and I plan to work hard at it. The waters are ready whenever the mood takes you. I was thinking, with Minato's karakuri working again, you can probably use your karakuri around town now too, can't you? I imagine that flying vine would come in very useful. Irash, I hear the Harvest Canyon is a dangerous, a restorative path, is it? You wouldn't like to go.
Alright guys, I know I didn't do much hunting at all tonight, but I'm gonna leave that with this right here. Y'all got a good bit of story, stuff like that. I feel like that's good. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. Check me out next time. Don't forget to check me out on YouTube as well at TBlank 2010. Of course, same thing on Twitch. If you're watching this as a video, check me out. Follow me on Twitch at TBlank 2010. And don't forget to check out my other channel that me and my friends have called County Road Gamers on YouTube. My other friends' Twitches are Ninja Wandy 36 and Ninja Punk 72. But other than that, guys, I'll see y'all next